Welcome back, everybody, to the ESL Pro League. This weekend over in the UK, the Mountain Dew League finals are kicking off. There, we're going to see the likes of Big and Godsend go head-to-head, and of course, Moses will be there. Teams participating in this particular tournament have already earned their spot, a chance to qualify for the ESL Pro League, and of course, that's because the Mountain Dew League gives amateurs a direct path into the ESL Pro League. And if you want to find out how you can get involved in the next season, head over to esca.net/MDL for more information. Our next match is Kinguin versus Heroic, the latter who've recently acquired a new coach. Fetish, a formerly professional player, tweeted out his excitement for the new role, looking forward to DreamHack over the weekend. However, as Snappy pointed out, the team had a disappointing performance at DreamHack, being eliminated in the group stage. This is the first event of the year where Heroic has failed to advance into playoffs, perhaps giving Kinguin the edge they will need to make some big plays in tonight's Pro League game. But of course, big plays is what we're all about here. And speaking of some of those, let's see the best from our community last week.
Yes, community plays, our favorite time of the week. We do get way too excited for these, I think.
Take it away, Lauren.
Do we get too excited about this?
Keck grabs one, pushes up connector with another. Don't know how many frags it is because it just bloody oath happens in front of us. Oh, he finally got a headshot. Finishes it off with a nice one on A-ramp.
This is not bad. This is from Taiwan.
That's kind of near me, right?
Oh, good lord.
Was that a quick scope?
Using the op like a shotgun mostly.
Well, that guy didn't move, completely blind.
Oh my Christ. That's unbelievable.
Do some blue counting for us, Lauren.
No.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Never heard Blue get to 5. We have not
he's never gotten to 5 yet.
There's still at least another week.
This guy gets 2 clips.
That's unbelievable. That's not fair.
This needs to be moderated.
We've been submitting our clips this entire season, and they've chosen him twice. That's disgusting. Biased.
How would you say that guy's name?
Myths.
Okay. There's no I or Y, but I'm with you.
How would you pronounce it, Chad? You walked right into that one, haven't you? You walked right into that one.
Obrigado. He's from Brazil.
Okay.
I thought it said princess for a second.
Daddy?
Come on, guys. This isn't what we signed up for. This isn't what we
practice?
No.
No? Well, I don't know how to cast
It's a two-man crew here. We don't have a Lauren.
Well, because normally when we talk about this stuff, it's not in the, the most on-air available way. But he's a new player for Fnatic, it seems. So this is very exciting.
Ooh, fun
that Fnatic tag.
Yeah, he's in on that.
It's a 2-piece right there. Going for the KFC 3-piece feed.
Someone's got the Eagles out, though.
There he takes another one down.
Yeah, big player.
He's prowling. Grabs another one from the apps. Probably actually a bot.
And I like that. You know?
That he's actually playing against bots and that it ended up in the community players.
Yeah.
Prowling seems like kind of a dark term to use there. That's
well, the guy in apps was probably prowling. He's a terrorist, of course. So nothing positive about those bad guys.
Nothing positive about that, is there? Yeah, that's
You're a shell of a human being at the moment, aren't you, Jason?
That's a good place. I did just hit a wall before we got into those community plays.
We'll get you a Red Bull.
Jet lag wall. I've got a beverage.
Oh, and a whole lot of chocolate here. So that's the esports diet, everybody.
Thank you, Sadicus, for the chocolate.
Dream. Yeah.
We can share that chocolate as well.
Great.
I know you're trying to get TV ready for some reason, but why not? Anyway, second matchup we have coming up is going to be Heroic taking on Kinguin.
Yes.
Now, Kinguin is actually going to play these matches today. We saw them reschedule against Fnatic yesterday. That was earlier today. They got blanked 2-0.
Blanked? Is that an American term?
It could be. It just means, well, I mean, it's not really blank because they put rounds on the board, but I mean, 2-0 in the series. They got blanked in the series.
It wasn't great overall, and they're still on that loss streak, to be fair. And there's been that kind of inclusion of a lot of kind of weirder teams in that. I think it was Passions we were mentioning before.
I think that was LDLC, Lauren.
Nope, they've also lost them during that Hell Cup.
Wow, you've done your homework.
I've just looked on HLTV, Chad. Thank you, HLTV. Not official sponsor, of course, but you've got our back.
Yeah.
But no, clearly, Passions, big gamers. But no, Penta as well managed to best Kinguin, and they've been quite decisive scorelines, and they did lose to Fnatic today. So it doesn't bode well. And it was an overpass we saw as well earlier, and they managed 8 rounds against Fnatic. Take what you will from that. I think it's very different opponents coming into, but the Polish side, they have got that new player coming through as well. So there's still a lot to be seen from these guys. Maybe that was them looking for a new way to kind of break out of this kind of little bit of a rut they've seemed to got themselves in.
Is Passions the team Matt likes watching on Friday nights here in Cologne?
What does that mean, Chad?
So the weird thing is, Heroic aren't really an Inferno team. Well, I haven't seen much of their Inferno. They played it twice at DreamHack Austin, which I didn't watch, unfortunately, because of, we're at other events.
Yeah, we're doing things.
And they lost to Australis in the Pro League on it. It was like 16-7 or something. I believe we did cover that match.
I think we did, yeah.
but it wasn't very convincing. Well, obviously they lost 16-7, but it just seemed like they're still learning that map. So the fact that they're playing against Kinguin, probably a better team to be teething a new map on. You know, it's not going to be a tough opponent in the sense of it's not a G2, it's not a Na'Vi. Yeah. It's one who Heroic would consider themselves better than. But they did have that kind of a horror run at tours, right? They didn't even make it out of groups.
I didn't see if they played Inferno. That was when we were actually in
They didn't.
Okay, they did not play Inferno. So
not at tours.
Right.
I guess the thing is with these two teams, their maps that they veto are kind of weird in that sense because Heroic don't particularly play the maps that we know that Kinguin like to play, apart from maybe, I guess,
Cobble?
Overpass is going to be played, so that kind of makes sense. But you think of like Nuke, Kinguin don't play Nuke at all, so that's going to be vetoed. And I think Inferno's probably just that weird middle ground that's left over. I guess the veto system's still somewhat similar to what I understood before. I guess it's just a weird middle ground.
I'll explain it to you when the game's live, Lauren.
Yeah, no,
It'll take about 3 hours.
We don't have time, Chad.
Yep.
Next season, during the off season, you'll sit me down, we'll have a cup of coffee, maybe a few more, and we'll get through it. But no, I think it's just a weird middle ground because, to be fair, neither team are great on Inferno.
Okay.
So it's a weird one that's even come into the map pool.
I have great news.
Game's ready.
We're going to find out. We're going to find out if they're going to be good on Inferno. I'm actually really excited. I can't even get my core off underneath me. I am so pumped. Matt and Henry, are you ready?
Yeah, I've been ready for about 5 minutes. I'm glad the camera's finally off you. How you doing, Hank?
I'm doing actually worse than yesterday somehow, but we're going to make it through. I'm feeling it.
I don't think you can be as bad as I was. There was times last night while I was saying words and waking myself up at the same time going, what am I talking about?
But we're going to make it. It's going to be fine today. Heroic with the new coach, my old sparring partner Fetish, joins the lineup here. It's going to be quite exciting. Didn't do well in tours, actually got knocked out in the groups. That was pretty disappointing, but I think it's a project. It's a work in progress, right? I think they'll get better and better. Kinguin almost certainly going to be relegated at this point, just trying to find a couple of last-minute victories here.
You know, I wasn't the biggest fan of the simplicity of their new logo in some respects, but I like that it has negative space in it. It might be one of the only ones that you can see through in these graphics.
Yeah, it'd work on most things, right?
It's very simple. 2-bit vector.
Yeah.
Why not?
It's quite modern these days.
Yeah. So, Heroic 0-2 on the day. Or, sorry, excuse me, Kinguin 0-2 on the day, having lost to Fnatic on their rematch. Heroic is not that. I lied. But that does mean that they are looking unlikely to move fourth in the league and leave themselves in a relegation position. But Heroic could still be
there's still a
somewhat in contention. So yeah, big game for them. We got a long day ahead of us tomorrow as well. And all of that. I think tomorrow's a very busy day at the schedule.
Yeah, everyone's playing pretty much the same time. We have 2 slots coming up. It's going to be an exciting day. Well, it looks like we're getting into this one, though. Heroic starting on the CT side, and Kinguin, they'll be having 3 sets of armor and 2 smokes and a few flashbangs as well. The 2 smoke suggests to me there could be a banana play with the smoke to Coffin and towards the, obviously, CT spawn area as well. They're setting only 1 player towards second middle, so that could be coming in. And Yugi, aggressive with Snappy, trying to find that first headshot, comes in as well. He's looking to find a couple more as well. He's going to be actually locked down at this point. Spiro coming in from T-steps. It's actually looking very good for the CTs now. They're going to be running off and leaving it at a 4-on-4, but Vald, he's down to only 3 HP.
Check from you all the way through the apartment. Slow up from alt middle. Making as little noise as possible, so it's lost me now Nico to hear him. Nico tagged down to 1 HP as well, as Volda's already taken significant damage. So to his Modi, I would say based on that, it wouldn't take much of a fight for Kinguin to win this round.
Yeah, they've still got this. Well, actually, only 1 smoke available. They will be going towards B, nothing on the A side of the map. So smoking spawn, presumably. Let's have the Snappy now. If he can make a couple of headshots happen, still has a shout within the round. It's going to be that first headshot coming in for him, and Modi towards the coffins.
This is helping. Oh, Modi, that's huge. He only has 7 HP, and Snappy, the high HP player, gets 3 as he needed to do. That's why he got so aggressive on the first fight. And despite the damage and everyone being within single-digit HP except for Snappy, they still managed to win the round.
Well, Modi's position makes a lot of sense, right? You're low HP anyway, so you might as well have a position like Coffins, because if you get a headshot, you're dead regardless, right? So you're kind of at least giving yourself a fighting chance of finding that frag there. He actually nails the first shot, and there's a low HP player in front of him as well, finds 2, and Heroic, after the aggressive play at the start, taking so much damage, they managed to recover and pick up the pistol. No bomb going down for Kinguin means they will be forcing up here in the second round. Not a full force, Mihu doesn't get armor. Same story for Hyper as well, the new player. And we'll see whether this works out for the Tech9's Deagles. A few smokes and flashbangs to work with, but CT's actually getting some map control towards the bottom of Banana there. You can see Modi and Valda working together, just trying to get some damage through the smoke there. It's going to be a very difficult round for Kinguin here. Inferno doesn't really lend itself to having setups without many grenades. It's going to be holding up and being locked out of the round for now. And you can see Yogi towards Arch, just spotting towards top middle, and his teammates Snappy and Nico patrolling the pit area, having a crossfire between quad and the apartment itself. That's actually quite nice. I like that a lot. The buddy system, we can call that.
Yep. That's basically what it is. Marty takes a few shots down middle. X comes out worse for wear on that, despite that he has the M4 from the range. Hyperhero. Hypero. Well, it is going to be Kinguin trying. Okay. I'm curious. Did they land that or not? I don't know if Rush can see it. I think that's forward. I don't think that's far enough back. So that's supposed to be. Okay. All right. Come back to that thought. Rollin and Spiro walk in to take down Valda and Muddy. They still managed to cut off CT. Yugi's going to rotate over with the bomb down, and Spiro picking up with armor an M4. That Molotov doesn't quite land in the corner enough for Oranges 2, and it doesn't bounce far enough for New Box, which is what I was talking about SK we're working on, trying to find a new way to implement. You can actually hit New Box, but it's not as good, and you have to throw it from further out. It's Rollin. It's taken down by Snappy. Round's going to go the way of Heroic.
Yeah, same setup we saw yesterday on Inferno. Boosting a player with a new box means you don't get flashed at all, and you can avoid any of those sort of Molotovs coming in your direction. It's a difficult round for Heroic. It's not the most comfortable, but 2 players surviving. Bomb goes down for Kinguin. They'll be eco next round. So no harm, no foul. Good round for Kinguin, all things considered. They'll be taking P250's. Deagle's going to round number 3 here. But Heroic on the CT side, still a CT setup for sure. And it's a good start for them. I would say that the favoured team going into this one, but Kinguin certainly have very skilled players, the likes of me, who come to mind as well. Spiro can be very talented, but I guess this team's just still coming together. Hyper only just joining, I think it was last week. You're not expecting amazing things just yet. Rollo's actually pulled up with the UMP. He had a bit more money than his teammates. He must have got a couple of kills in previous rounds. So he gets the UMP body armor. I don't think that'll bring him much, but if he gets 1 kill, maybe it'll pay off the debts somewhat. At least pay off his armor. We'll see what happens as we get into it now. Banana control coming in once again from the CT side. That's going to be Valda by the Logs position, baited in by Modi, who's at the car. The idea is Modi try and just take off a few pop shots and then get the attention and allow Valda to spray them down. For now, they're just buying time, and Rollin, after buying that UMP as well, takes a grenade to the face, and he'll be down to 50 HP. Spiro 5 as well. So not really much going to happen here. They've ascertained there's a UMP in the middle area as well, so just be falling back to that crossfire. Same one we saw in the previous round as well. One looking towards quad, one at apartments, playing off each other, and that's a nice shot from Mouse. Now so they've got something to work with there. I think it's only a MP9 recovered, but still something. Something
indeed. Snappy's going to try and push forward with the UMP. Spray shots toward top middle, but he's got to be worried the fact that he's given up library. Manages to get back to the site without being spotted. He's got 1 kill coming in from Nico that definitely helped him from pit. Nico's gone down to Miho on a pistol. An M4 losing that duel, and Snappy's looking very uncomfortable. Kinguin could well pick up this round.
Yeah, it's looking very promising. 4-on-2. All comes down to that 1 dig towards the arse position as well. Modi and Valda. They have 1 kit to work on, only a couple of flashbangs. I think this round's done. I think they'll be better off just saving their weapons here towards the apartments area. Time ticking away. Let's maybe try and take down the T's as they're going to be trying to get out of the bomb radius. But yeah, this is absolutely over. And Kinguin with only 1 UMP and body armor. That's all it took. The 1 dig from Mouse. And we'll find another kill, but that's pretty much all they're going to get out of this.
Off they go, yeah, running down Madi and getting sprayed. Pretty straightforward for Madi. They'll lose the round, but no guns picked up to carry over to the T side. They'll be able to buy into it. Just won't boost their economy quite so much. More importantly, Heroic do keep the 2 guns. Okay, I thought Madi, he went for the E press, thankfully. Back in the old days when that wasn't a thing, you could easily throw away a gun, not pick up the other one in time. He nearly did. I thought he did, but he kept his other.
Well, Kinguin do steal 1 away, and they get a nice full buy going to number 4 here. It was an eco in the previous round, so lots of money to work with here. Spiro bringing out the early AWP. On the T side, no less as well. I guess in this sort of scenario, when you know there's no AWP up against you, makes sense to some extent. You can just slowly dissect the map and allow that AWP to find openings. It's never going to find like 2 or 3 kills in a round, but it's just good for opening things up. That's why there's a discussion as to how viable it really can be on a map like Inferno. If your superstar players can't really get rolling with it, is it really worth slowing things so much further down than he would be just to the AKs? But here we go, round number 4. In terms of the CT bite, 1 UMP, they do have 4 M4s, but certainly lacking in a lot of the facets. You can see only 2 smokes remaining at the 1 minute 10 mark, and at this point, Kinguin. We have some banana control, it seems.
Mouse starts to work his way up. He's going to Molotov off behind the bags. Good shots from Snappy. Can't close the kill, but does decent damage onto me, who's smoked off. Anticipates he's still there and sprays into it. But it's me that's going to rotate back around with the AK-47. Back down to join the other three. A banana, which will push into a 2 setup. Passive hold from Nubox. And a bait in from Oranges too.
Same little boost here from Moddy. He'll be the key player in this position.
Okay.
Is that a flashbang he bounced?
Yeah,
his feet?
Obviously the point is to dodge flashes, but not to actually throw your own into the same object by which you dodge them.
This must be the Molotov you were describing before.
No, this is
okay,
emo,
right.
yeah. So you can throw it from, I think you have to push yourself into the corner where the sandbags are. Valda is going to take down Hyper. That's Mouse to follow up. The UMP, nope, not there. It's going to be Spiro instead on the UMP. From that range, he actually picks up another inside of the site. Yeah, you have to, I think, back toward the, not on the safe side of sandbags where a CT would play, but on the outside of them, exposed to the top of banana, if that makes sense. So you're on the opposing side, and you can throw it and bounce it so that it lands just, it doesn't go all the way around Nubox anymore, I don't think. It lands kind of to the side, but it spreads enough that it'll push the guy out.
The incandescence makes its way over. Well,
exactly.
3-1, and Kinguin, after winning Nico, still has a bit of residual cash with Yugi. He's proven himself to be a very fast AWPer these days. Managed to get the opening pick to take down Mouse, and this is a force buy from the Polish side. And did he get a collateral? No, sorry, cheese towards Banana, actually. You can see Spirit there. And with Hyper going down to about 50 HP apiece. So 5 and 4. Yugi did get tagged up at the start, but he'll be falling back. He's got the AWP. He'll just be holding towards Arch. His teammates in that similar sort of setup, watching the quad area and the apartment side as well. Mihu has got boiler control, but they're severely lacking firepower and utility as Snappy faces towards boiler. Finds another kill. That should be round guaranteed. If they were to lose this one or even drop any more kills, that would be a little bit disappointing considering what they've got available. Yugi makes his way towards the library, uses the smoke just to buy himself some time. You know, CT spawn could be a bit of a risk area, and they'll be jumping past, aware that he could be waiting that position. I think, yes, just fall back at this point. Only takes 2 damage from the Tech 9, and it looks like Yugi's going to die here.
You're so optimistic about his chances. I'm a bit surprised Valda's still playing that position when Yugi easily called it already wrapped. As he turns around, gets found before he can respond to it. Snappy does manage to get Spiro, and somehow Yugi's made it out of the library without Hyper really doing much about it. So
yeah,
he's still being hunted. He's still being pursued. Bomb is still down at the bottom of Banana as well. And Yugi, you said he was a fast AWPer these days.
Yeah, he is very good. I remember speaking to Valda at the after party in Starlight, and he thinks like Yugi could be one of the world's best AWPers. Just give him some time. He's obviously very new to the pro circuit, and he's seen what he can do in practice. He said, you haven't seen anything yet in officials. It's coming. So one to look out for in the future for sure. So far, so good, though, for Heroic, negating the force buy from Kinguin in the previous round. Didn't lose too much as well. Once that bomb went down in underpass, the round was pretty much over. Kinguin now with just Glocks and a PT-50 in the Tech 9, no nades, no armor. This is pretty much full eco. And another shot from Yugi towards T-steps. Hyper, got to be more careful than that. And as quick as the round started, it looks like it might be finished early as well. Nades towards T-steps. Mihu takes that to the face. And now, it's up to Rala. Trying to do what he can with the Tech 9. These rounds are always so difficult. You might as well just stick together and maybe rush and try and get a trade. If you're just going in a default with Glocks, it's not really much that's going to happen for you. It's actually going to be quite tedious to be this patient. I guess you're just hoping for a CT mistake to come in at that point. Jason can make some more noise in the studio. That'd be appreciated.
Yeah, Jason's not a very considerate person. What he's actually doing to give people an idea as well of how professional he is taking a gaming chair, rolling it over in front of the desk so he can still watch the games or pretend to, but he's using it as a bed.
A nice little bed.
You know what? I don't blame him. We're all a little at the end of it. You guys all woke up with the what I call reverse jet lag. Rather than not being able to sleep at night, you wake up too early in the morning.
It's the best. It's the better way.
It is the better way, except for that you guys were up around 6. What I did is I woke up at 7, stayed in bed, did a few emails, and then went back to bed at or fell back to sleep. Look at this push with Tech 9. Not much to see. Went back to sleep around 9:30 or 10, and then I woke up again around 12 to 1. I don't remember what time. And that's what saved me.
Once I'm awake, that's it. I'm pretty much done. Like, I have trouble sleeping and going back to sleep.
Well,
so.
I can see a pack of about 40 Red Bull if you need one.
I've had about 3 today. I think that's normally the limit for a human body.
Try 3 more.
Yeah,
you'll be
see what happens.
Okay. You'll be all right come morning.
Well, might not be there. We'll see. Anyway, it's going to be round number 7. 5-1 for Heroic. Looking good on the CT side here. There's another buy wave for Kinguin, but Spiro, the AWPer, he certainly doesn't have one of those this round. He's gone down to 30 HP from the HGs once again. They've got to be more careful towards that banana position. And Yugi, Matt, he's actually looking incredibly sharp today. A headshot there. That angle, we're seeing more and more AWPers use actually to find the players coming in towards the bedroom position. He finds yet another headshot and maybe another round here. And Kinguin, they've been lackluster in this league to say the least. They actually started off kind of promising at the start, taking some split series here or there, but it's been very disappointing ever since that. They just played against Fnatic as well, went down 0-2 after getting rescheduled yesterday. And this round, it looks like it's looking towards a B execution. They need at least both of these kills on the entrance to have even a chance in this round. It would still be a 3-on-3 at that point. And here we go. That's Kinguin. Smoke in, contact play. Bullets being shot through and they're landing as well.
Landing indeed. Volda resets himself inside of the smoke. It's Monty that will come under threat instead because of it as he walks back out from Emo. He finds the bomb. Volda gets his vision back. Finds the grave. Mouse turns around and gets both. That's about a 180 as well. From his perspective, might have been about a 140 angle. Henry was a little bit, off of the center axis, but it's okay. As Snappy's going to take down Spiro. Mouse will get back toward New Box. It's all that holds him safe from the right side of Ruins because they're going to try and push through. He's got to figure out which choke point's under siege first. And once the smoke dissipate, makes it work. Molotov goes in. That's enough to reset him and push him away.
Yeah, nice efficient round there from Heroic, getting his early picks. Yugi, once again, only gets 1 kill into the round, but he opened things up and got information. Following towards that B side where they had a lack of utility, had to go for a contact play. Traded out, and it comes down to the 3 versus 1. Yes, he gets 1 kill, but the incendiary guarantees the round. And with the bomb planted, loss bonus is at 4th stage. They should be able to squeeze out a buy here. Won't be amazing once again. As you can see, they do get the 5 AKs, but look at the grenades available. Mihu just flashbangs, Hyper with nothing at all, and they have 3 smokes here. But Yugi, surely he doesn't get another kill towards T-steps. I'll feel physically ill, even more so than I do already if he gets another one. So they're thinking about it.
I don't know if physically ill because of someone's AWP performance is...
It happens.
Okay. You're a strange being.
Sick to the stomach.
Sick in the head, I would say. It's probably more accurate in that case, if I'm honest, Henry, but I'm not a doctor. What do I know?
You could have fooled me.
Right, really?
Yeah.
All right, well, I'll dress up in a nice white long coat for you.
Yeah. Nothing else on?
Exactly.
Perfect.
That's what I was thinking.
Well, here we go. Then another B execution. They have no map control. This is quite desperate from Kinguin. Boost up. He's going to find at least 1 kill. Oh, he's blind, though. But unfortunately, all the aggro has been taken away. Ryan gets 1 kill, but he'll be quickly dealt with. Not him first. It'll be Mouse to go down. And Valde might as well push through at this point, try and deny the bomb. There it is. Great play. Good awareness. Nice timings. And actually finishes the round off as well. This is looking quite comfortable. Almost easy for Heroic. They're finding those first picks consistently, doing a lot of damage to the nades at the start. And then Kinguin just don't have enough in terms of utility to finish these rounds off. They're getting into the bomb sites, but one player getting a bomb down, that's going to be about it. Maximum loss bonus, bomb planter once again, there's another buy, but it's still not great. 4K per player, a little bit more for Rallen, and we'll have a look at the scoreboard. So Hyper, the new signing, Matt, 0 and 8. Looking great. Mihu as well, one of the most skilled players on the server. Even against Heroic, he's incredible when he's having a good day. He's on 1 for 8. So not a good start for the Polish side.
No, not at all. Not at all, indeed.
Here we go again.
And what could be one of their last games in the Pro League.
Yeah, well, to be fair to them, they came up from Mountain Dew League this season.
From last year, start of this season.
So, like, it's going to happen. Someone has to go down. This is a really stacked league, right? It's not like it's embarrassing or anything like that. They are a tier 3 team, I guess, and trying to roll with the big boys always going to be difficult. So Spiro, though, finding the first kill this time. Molly trying to rectify that. Flashed. Very close to the headshot, but can't find it. There's damage towards Spiro. But now they have the 5 and 4 for the first time in a long time, and we'll see whether they can actually convert to their own victory. Looking promising as Spiro finds a 2nd kill. That will signal him to actually run in towards B. Hope for the best. Smoke down CT spawn as well, try and lock off those rotations. They won't be fully committing just yet. The bomb's still down towards the bottom and middle. They're seeing if the CT's making another mistake, and Yuki, he's not going to make one, actually. Lands the AWP shot. Quick scope towards middle, but Mihu, like we said, very skilled, makes his way towards the A side. Ooh, I told you.
Yep. Mihu turning to find Nico. I told you.
It's coming.
Did you know that there is breakable, fragile items in those boxes that they're trying to explode?
Well, there's China plates, pots,
It
pans.
says fragile on the side. It has the little symbol. Why would you leave it outside? Don't you think it'd be a better idea to put that inside under a roof?
Well, they put one under the roof there.
All right.
That's the most important one.
I hope the movers at ESL aren't that way. Apparently, it's wine ready for shipping. Coming out of this brilliant place. Yeah, you know, I
That'll
would.
teach them.
How do you know? Maybe it's been fermenting for years upon years upon years. And rather than just shoot it with a bullet and let it leak out all over the place, they want to make sure it disintegrates into thin air.
Well, there you go.
They can't have the chickens running around on this map
Hit
getting
where
drunk.
it hurts.
I just drink it all, personally.
I know you would. I don't doubt that for a second.
Only if it's red, though. I'm not that big on white.
You used to claim you were a bit of a wino, didn't you?
I'm a wino, but not like an aficionado, whatever it is, where you know everything about it. I just know that, yep, that tastes good. I'll take more of that, please.
Okay.
That's the type of wino that I am.
Okay, so you just basically drink it, and you go, oh, yes, that's certainly white wine, that one. That's a nice one.
You mean. Yeah, that one's good. How much for 3 bottles? Yeah. All right, I'll take 4.
Well, here we go. Round number 10. Kinguin would like 4. They've only got 2 right now, and we'll see whether they can start getting some momentum here on Inferno. And number 10, still the AWP available for Yugi. Not so aggressive this time, holding a much more... Oh, okay. What's...
Yeah, I don't know what that's about.
I was going to say, looking towards second middle, not towards T-steps this time, but drops his AWP on the floor.
I wonder if his bind for smoke is right next to it.
Might be.
That'd be awkward if it ever caught him out.
Oh, this is more...
Do you remember the time that... Oh, geez, I think it was like 2 years ago at this point. Zipix had auto switch equipped.
He ran over a gun.
He ran over a gun and auto switched. The gun had no ammo, and he's about to kill someone in the back. By the time he switched back to his other gun, the guy turned around and killed him. And I remember talking to Dupree after the game, being like, "Why does he have that setting on?" And he's never played with it since. I can't remember what game it was. It's when they were still TSM.
That was like the first thing someone taught me in CS to turn that setting on.
Yeah, same. I instantly go into the HUD.
Yeah.
Boom, gone. Or the console, sorry. You don't really need to. There's a quick switch for it now, but it used to be something you had to do with in the console in 1.6, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe they added it later. I don't remember.
Yeah, they did add it later.
And Spiro on the sandbags, trying to look over top toward Coffin's area. Can't quite see around the corner, but making sure there's no one peeking out from water. Marty is there at Coffin's. He'll be spotted now, dinked up as well, thankfully. That dink went through the edge of the wall, so as such to leave him. It may have gone through the edge of the Coffin, so to leave him at 26 and not dead. He has to go down. Vault has got to recover, tries to spray, and Mouse is able to hold him off, get the kill back. And with the smoke down, Yugi can do nothing of it through the smoke.
Was that an AT coming in?
Boom. It's not quite. Mayu is actually in a good position to catch them. Oh, shoulder peek, snappy. Down he goes. And he makes it in toward the bags, but a running and gunning Yugi with a Tech 9 finds one. He could well win this with just the Tech 9 as well because they're low enough HP. And there you go, Hank.
Low HP, you've got a pistol that is very accurate and has a lot of running gun potential. You always going to feel very comfortable in those scenarios. It's Yugi to pick up a key round there for Heroic. That could have been a round where they actually have to go to an eco the next one, but it's going to be 8-2. And the bomb going down for Kinguin, I think they have just enough for another buy. Yeah, they'll have 5 AKs here. He's still with 4K. And this will be the round that breaks them, though. So loss bonus in the bin now. 2 so far in this half, and only getting $1,400 into this round, $1,900 into the next. So this is must win or maybe double eco territory. We'll see what happens as we go into round number 11. In terms of the setup, 2 players for Heroic. A lot of teams kind of float the idea of 3 at the start of the round and towards B site, and some just go with 2. It means you don't have an extra smoke, but obviously you can have a stronger presence at the A side at the start of the round. Nico, though, at the end of apartments, trying to find that first frag. He can push down. It's a high-risk maneuver, a bit of a gamble. Doesn't fancy it today, it seems. And he's got backup from Yugi, though, who's also in an interesting position with the AWP, not looking towards our bridge area. Backing up his teammate, could look down towards T-steps. Oh, he's done it again, Matt. What is this?
Yeah, it's something...
Why does he keep doing that when he's throwing a smoke?
It must be a bind.
Yeah, he panics
no logical... Yeah, there's no logical reason. Maybe one of his friends trolled him, got on his account, and binded the same key.
That's so weird.
I'm obviously joking, by the way.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is very weird. There's no like meta where he's trying to like bait something with the op, going swag throw.
Here's my AWP.
Yeah,
this is exactly where I am.
Yeah, there's something with the bind, obviously. Maybe he's got, if the keys are even close together and somehow there's something sticky, I don't know what it would be on the keyboard, it could be triggering the other key.
Who knows? Get James Bard off to build him a new one.
That's a good point. He could solder it and do a stream about it. Speaking of stream, talk about a dream. Volta gets 2 through the inside of the smoke, walks out, and gets Rollin as well.
Ard is very brave, pushing through some excellent CT spawn area. There's right-clicking flashes running through, and then seems to be working for him. So I'm absolutely fine with that. 9-2, like we said, that was a must-win round for Kinguin in terms of the economic situation. Only getting $1,900 into this round means they will be fully equipped, maybe a little bit more. They get $2,400 on top of this, so that just means they can have Glocks and PD-50s this round. They've got AKs into the next, but still just AK armor sort of round. This is a chance for Heroic, maybe push down middle. This is the classic kind of NIP mentality. They actually just use nades. I thought they were going to push down towards the second middle, try and shut down the round as quickly as possible, but it's another T-steps kill for Yugi as he finds Spiro there. That's happened about 6 of these rounds. He gets that first pick. Run up towards middle, boys. Give it a go, see if he can trade. They do indeed, but Yugi's there to find the return of frag. 4-on-2 now, Rylan and Mouse. Not really much to work with there. Bomb and T-spawn, but with a sloppy play, finds Mouse to kill, but that's all he gets into it. So, 10-2. Heroic looking quite comfortable here.
Yeah.
I have to say.
Yeah, I think they're looking fantastic. About as good as you after coming back from Sydney with all your jet lag.
Yeah, this is as sharp as I've ever felt. And never looked better.
That's unfortunate.
I think I'll be fine by tomorrow. Chad keeps telling me, you'll be fine by tomorrow. You'll be fine.
You'll be all right come morning. Yeah. That's what I always say.
I actually kind of agree with him. I think I'll be fine by tomorrow. It's fine.
That nade did an astonishing 5 damage to 3 players combined.
I think Yugi's getting aggro here. Yes, he is indeed. So that's a nice angle to take once you've secured it. Oh, he's dodged a flashbang as well. They're scared. They know it could be a possibility. And he actually, I thought he got the wall bang in there. Doesn't actually undershot, but seemed to have awareness as the T-side player. Ready and waiting. Towards apartments we go. Rylan trying to shut him down in return. He probably is aware that he wouldn't stay in this position. He'll try and maybe go towards Arch, completely change things up, and Rylan would chance it to maybe get a frag, but takes a nade to the face once again. They'll be going for an A-sided execution here. This is a team that's been known for their executions, Kinguin. Interesting ones. Chad likes to demonstrate their tactics usually on the desk and show how different they can be. We kind of see what they do on Cobble, and let's see what they have to present to us on Inferno. Smoke to the left-hand side. It's not that complicated just yet. Contact play towards quad, it seems, but Snappy is ready and waiting. Another easy frag. They're so separated here. Hyper has even had a frag into this game yet. He's on 1 and 12. He's the new signing as well, so it's not too promising for him.
No, I wouldn't say it is, to be completely fair. An underwhelming performance on a, to be fair, underwhelming half for the entirety of the team, but he certainly, as you highlighted, is not doing well. Shapiro's up to 7. Not far behind. Miles on 6. Around the corner, Mihu goes. And unfortunately,
what are they doing?
You have to commit. If you're going to wrap around and take the site, go. He would have had a kill dead to rights. No one with him. They're going in one at a time, and the player at apartment's hesitant to peek out as well.
It looks like they're playing a rank S right now. Like, the fact you've lost one player with no refrag towards middle, then you're just running to the site one by one with just one smoke on the arch sides. You're just running into crossfires. That's what CT sides do on that site. That's really strange. They look obviously the new signing, and it's a rough period in this team right now. Obviously not the kind of form they're in WESG, which was in China, where they took down their rivals Virtus Pro somehow in like the semi-finals, I believe it was, or quarterfinals maybe.
That was in, was that the actual event or was that the European qualifier?
That was the actual event.
Yeah, that's right. For some reason I thought that was the European stint that we did, but you're right, it was indeed.
Yeah, MVS won the event, but...
Yep, last win that MVS got with the old lineup.
Yeah.
Last win that MVS got, period. And believe it or not, it was the highest prize pool ever in CSGO.
Was that like $1 million tournament or something?
It was 1.3 or something bizarre.
That can't be real.
It's, yeah, that's
I know,
real.
I believe you. It was like the context of the tournament and who was there.
Well, the reason that it had less people was, remember, it had the rule that you had to play with 5 players from your country.
That probably won't ever happen again.
Let's hope not.
That's a weird one. Yeah, you're right. I do remember that one now. That's kind of a distant dream. 12-2, Kinguin. Sorry to not really hype up the game. They're not really turning up to this one. They've won the 3rd round of Force Buy and 1 gun round since then, and it's looking underwhelming in all facets of Counter-Strike. Just the basic understanding of group play. Like if you haven't got like a huge strat book to work with, just at least stay together and refrag. Spiro though does find that opening kill. That's one of the rounds they did win, was when he found 3 kills on that site alone. The 5-on-4 advantage comes in. As this is going to be a game, we need this last round to come in for Kinguin. So I think they just stick together. They're going for a B split from what I can see. 2 players up towards mid. Going up against Snappy though, who's been their nemesis. It's Mouse on the other side of the map to find a kill on Vald, but it's Yugi gets a collateral shot, and this could be a decent chance now. 4-on-2. Surely this is the one.
Surely. Nico. Yugi. I've gotten into this habit of just saying their names and letting the actions speak for themselves because Rollin kills Yugi. They've gotten to CT spawn yet again. It's been, what, 3 times they've gotten to CT spawn and not once they've won a round because of it.
Well, this one should be an open showcase. Nico? Oof. Okay then, Matt. Well, like we said, not the most exciting half of Counter-Strike there, but enough to work with. 3 rounds and a pistol. We saw it happen in FaZe in the previous game. You can always bounce back. Kinguin in the form they're in, I'm not so sure that's going to happen, but Heroic looking very comfortable indeed. We'll take a quick break and see whether we can spice things up here in the second half.
Well, we get back underway. It's not really been Kinguin's day. They've gone 0-2 versus Fnatic. It looks like they're about to find another loss here. A 12-3 half, mind you, based on what our last series has told us, and an entire season of reconnaissance work by us last year. 12-3 is not safe in Pro League.
It's certainly not. It's almost guaranteed you're going to win the pistol and you get a 12-3 deficit, and you'll get back into it and you'll probably win in overtime. That's what normally happens. So what happened to FaZe on Cash, and we'll see whether Kinguin can replicate that form as we get into the second half here on Inferno. It's looking very likely, though, Matt, that Kinguin could be one of our first teams to be guaranteed to be relegated. But we'll see, though, as they continue to battle on here. And they're going to CT half. I'll have a look at their buy first, considering they've got more of a storyline attached to them. 3 sets of armor, and Ralin with the defuse kit. Hyper yet to buy. 1 for 13 in the first half. The new signing not really turning up to the occasion here whatsoever. He'll be getting a CZ. He feels that could be the weapon to save the day here. It's weird to buy that on the CT half. You don't really need a weapon like that when you've got the Silence USP on this overpowered guns and a pistol round. Here we go then. So far, so good. Nico, though, how good is he with the Deagle? He's purchased one in defeat.
Yeah, he is extremely good. I'm going to name myself Nico and be good as well. Nico is officially a retired name now. You can't use it anymore if you're a new and upcoming player. There's 3 of them, 4 of them now. I can't keep track. That is a decent flash and a great position. The nade may finish one of them off. I'm surprised it doesn't. That needs to be capitalized on.
That's so idyllic, isn't it? You got a CZ, 5 of them lined up for you, and you just do a bit of damage and can't even find the kill. That's going to be so disappointing, especially when you just had a shocker of the first half as well.
Yeah, not the best game for Hyper. He's looking a little bit too hyper. It's simmer down, Henry. Maybe take less Red Bull. You can drink them on his behalf. Good shot by Spiro.
Here we go.
Forget the Deagle, Nico. The Deco.
Well,
the Neagle?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
Snappy and Yugi are the walking dead right now, but Yugi, there it is, that Deagle. He manages to open things up, picked it up from his teammate's body, and Mouse will be smoked off, looking for a headshot here. Can't quite land it, but there it is, finally gets it in, but it's going to still be a very difficult situation as Rylan does find one in return. Bomb to be planted at this point. This is looking like a very convincing round for Kinguin. Still some work to do, though, as the bomb will be planted, and Yugi looking to do some more damage. Here we go.
Bomb down, and he's going to cover up Ruins. Oh, my goodness.
Good night.
Is he ever? That's incredibly quick and swift through a sliver gap. Madi's going to go over and join him. They're both out toward Ruins, and Madi backing off, gets a fade away onto Spiro.
Come on,
And now it's Hyper. Started it off with good damage. He's got one bullet left. Good thing he grabs another gun. He may hold this. I wouldn't be surprised at all. It's done. It's done. No way. The Deagle can't get there in time. He's got it. Diffuse for Hyper. And he knows the miss means we go 12-12. Just kidding.
Wow. 12-3, 12-4. Like I said, you're almost guaranteed to win the pistol if you lose 12-3 here in Pro League, it seems. It's just a scoreline that eludes everyone. No one can close it out. But it's going to be the pistol picked up. And, of course, Heroic. I was about to say, this would make sense. If it comes down to 1v1, which actually win with the bombing defuse, you're going to be buying up in the second round and trying to shut down whether the CT's happy. So 5 UMPs on a single rifle here for the Polish side. I'm not a fan of this buy. SK do it a lot. And they obviously have had quite a success recently. Can't argue with it too much. But it's going to be Rylan challenge first. And it's an equal trade for now. Nico trying to recover that UMP. Should be able to get it. But, showing presence towards the B side of the map as well. So the UMP established now. We have 1 minute 25 left on the clock.
So, bounce the smoke out. Cover off the balcony. Molotov gets extinguished immediately, but the point is push through the smoke, jump around it, and get down toward the pit where Nico takes out Hyper. It's going to be Spiro in the site, though it's not yet peaked. Has to go now. Finds one. Just to get back in before they can follow it up, and he's actually turned to catch off a second one immediately. Inside, or excuse me, wrapping around from inside of the site to left side. As Mihu tries to spray in, they smoke him off. They could well win an immediate round after losing the pistol in a 1v1, unless Mihu comes up with something pretty decent here. It's him versus Nico. Nico in the 1v1 picking up the UMP will get his 4th kill of the round, believe it or not.
Yeah, so the 4 spy in the second round. It's always a bit of a gamble there, especially when you have a huge lead, but Heroic looking to steal the round back in return. And Kinguin now, a bit of a desperate situation, 13-4. They have to force by themselves as a scout for Spiro. He's got the pretty much best spawn he can get towards T-steps. He'll almost certainly taking this duel and trying to find the first headshot. Let's follow him for now, shall we, and see whether he can get it. He'll be looking down. There's the shot. Doesn't quite land it, and gets it on the reface, though. Yugi finds his head and gets it blown off. So, 5-4. That's given away to force by from the CT side. Still, I'd say the favour towards Heroic is still going to be ringing true, considering they have the AK, 3 UMPs, and most of their utility intact. And the CT side, 3 pistols, and a scout. T spawn is 1 player. That's going to be Evolved. Just watching for any CT pushes coming down from that area.
Bounce the flash toward the site, but it's back toward Banana instead for Snappy. Now it's top of Banana and doesn't spot anything yet. He's going to go passive early. He'll have 2 inside of the site. A rotation coming around from Spiro on the scout. Rollin looks to go that direction as well, so they've got an inkling based on Hyper push down alt mid. He'll go in through the underpass to meet them in behind a Banana. Good positionings for Kinguin as a result. They've got to be very careful not to walk into this too carelessly. Losing 1 early, losing 2 to Mihu could be a huge problem as Snappy and Volda get responses, but now it's Rollin to jump above and catch off Volda. So Snappy finds himself in a 1 versus 3. We might have back-to-back eco, or 4 spy trades, I should say, to be specific of what it actually is.
Well, Snappy, he should be almost certainly dead at this stage. A file around him, low HP. Rylan finds the kill. Comes down to that scout headshot from Spiro to kick things off, funnels him towards the B side of the map. And then Mihu with the PC-50. Great shots by him. That was actually quite impressive, I have to say. So Hyper, after winning the pistol map, he only got 1 kill in that round. He's on 2-15, but he got them back into this game. So, you know what? I guess it's absolutely fine. He could be the saviour after winning the pistol on the 1v1 with the full defuse. Too scared to take the frag, just hold the bomb. And he's got them back into this game. Scout now. Still for the CT side, another 4 spy, of course, from Heroic, trying to shut this down once again as quickly as they can. But Kinguin looking much stronger here. No 5 UMPs this time. They're going to have AKs, M4s, UMP as well, but fast control from Nico. He has to be the danger man here, the only player on the Heroic side with an AK-47 versus his teammates on upgraded pistols. But Tech 9s, you never really know what's going to happen. Such a scary pistol you're up against, and there's Modi trying to do some damage through the smoke.
Maybe we'll get away with, well, not quite murder, but the damage nonetheless as Rollin takes down Nico on the entry. Gonna turn back, knows he's got more coming his way, does decent damage onto the third that allows the kill from Hyper to come in. Hyper goes down to a good shot from Maudie, who gets a little bit zealous to go for the bomb with knife out. Perhaps knew what was coming, and he gets bested to go 13-6.
So Kinguin now, a glimmer of hope emerging.
A glimmer.
Yes. But full eco for Heroic, no reason to force by now. That's going to be subsided, and we should have regular Counter-Strike continued after this one. AKs and utility to work with instead of just Tech-9s running around. We'll see what happens. 13-6 right now. Kinguin is trying to keep all 5 players alive, but Hyper, he wants a bit of the action this time, and he's going to get it. Gets the first kill towards Nico as well. This will be a chance to kind of boost his confidence as his teammates charm in as well. As we Rylan finding 2 from the apartments, and Hyper's just like, please guys, can I have some frags? It's not going well for me. I need some help here. And there we go. He's getting a little bit going here.
Spiro gets Volda down, so Kinguin pick up round 7. 20 done, if you did the math.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. I
wasn't going to do it myself, but...
Well, you weren't going to do anything yourself.
No?
No.
No. Spiro wants to do something by himself, though. He's got the orb. We'll see whether he can go as aggressive as...
you know what I don't like?
What?
I like the new logo, but the green on the red flag looks very Christmassy.
Red flag? Oh, at the top, right.
Yeah. But as we get back in a way, forget the fact that Christmas is near. Spiro is here. He's got Maudie down. Nico goes back to try and get toward a similar position. Thankfully, that AWP's retreated with the early pick as well. So, what did we say about 12-3 halves? We're getting closer.
They always are a bit of a doozy.
A doozy. I think it was the Matt Klein, my former colleague, who used to say all the time.
Yeah.
That if 12-3 happens, yeah, we were going to be in for a long night. Nico through the smoke, back turns. Smoke not quite coverage enough to fend off against Rollin, so they'll go up 5-3, and now the other 3 will go back toward Banana. And Banana, occupied by Mouse, is going to back off, has information they are there now. Mihu knows that likely those picks of the A side mean that they're going to start pushing on toward this position instead.
5-on-3, looking very promising for Kinguin here. A final B commitment from the T side. They don't have a smoke, they've got nothing they've got to do. Nothing really. They have to just try and run through CT spawn and the bomb site itself. Mihu sprays 2 of them down. Snappy, he'll be the last player remaining to be dropped as well. Kinguin are back into this game. We said it was a possibility if they win the pistol, and it's going to be, I think, 5-1 here in the second half. So another eco potentially for Heroic as well. 3k per player means they'll probably just get some Tech-9s, Deagles, and after this one they'll have maximum loss bonus. So might as well have a partial buy, hope for the best. 13-8 is looking to close this one out. Heroic, if you are not really familiar with them, don't follow them that much. They just went to DreamHack Tours and had an absolute
I was wondering who they were.
Of an event. They actually, if you remember back at Katowice, they actually managed to get out of the group stage in the first place, straight to the semi-finals, which was kind of nuts. And now here they are, in a bit of a slump, not getting out of the group stages at tier 2.
Yeah, they and North have both been on a, well, them more than North, per se, have been on a bit of a decline since last year's bit of brilliance where Heroic looked like it could have been the #1 team in Denmark for a month-long period. They've been sort of, you know, fading away, evaporating, whatever, slow burn, whatever you want to call it. What am I saying? Trickling away. It's Hyper, good position. Finally has a good round in this fit position. He's gonna find 2. Rollin's got the others, and that's gonna limit it down to just Volda. Whereas North's kind of imploded as of late.
Yeah, going out to an Australian team in a massive tournament like that, that's not great news for them. On Nuke as well, one of their best maps.
Not just any Australian team, Henry. #20 in the world right now.
Yeah, that's cool. That's really nice. I actually think they were actually very impressive. They've got a lot of work to do.
Their T-sides were innovative.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I don't think many people knew how to handle them sometimes. So they had lots of fakes and variations of their executions, which was cool to see. But overall, they still have very sloppy gameplay. There's some great individual talents from there. Like Inns, I thought Alistair was very good as well. Molt had his moments. So yeah, that was a cool team to watch. It's nice to have those kind of events and have see these teams that never really get to be put in the spotlight. But for now, we'll continue to talk about this one, shall we? It's going to be Yugi back on the AWP on the T half this time. 13-9, look for double figures. Who would have thought Kinguin could actually get back into this game? They looked so lost on the T side. It's all coming together now, though, as we get into Yugi's position in the top of the middle, trying to find the first frag and hoping that someone faces towards him. Not looking likely here. Very passive hold from the CT side. You can see the mini-map. 4 players on the A side of the map as well. Hyper does get flashed in. Looks like he will be challenging on this flash, though, waiting for some sort of sound cue. Another shot to be fired, potentially. Here's the flash, and he'll take a face at this point. Not going to get much for it. So, Heroic trying to dissect the map, but for now, just have apartments control. The bomb heads back towards B. Now, they will get control of Banana eventually, but the B executions haven't looked fantastic so far from them. They're getting shut down by Mihu every single time. Spiro's there with his orb, ready and waiting. Perfect smoke. That's so gutting. Just you're about to think about going towards B. It's 30 seconds remaining. Smoked out. Well, I guess we're going A.
Marty, good shots. Oh, good shots. Thought he could pursue it. But Cat got his tongue by putting a Molotov in the hallway. Not a similar analogy at all, but it works. I promise you it works. Hyper does have position, but can't land the shot. They still don't get very far. Rolling inside of the site, and Snappy, you're right. Had to get that because bomb was dropped. It would have been down to a 3 versus 3 at the time. Potentially traded back. It would have been 1 more kill. To the good for Kinguin for a potential retake, but it looks like they're already subsiding and they'll back off. They've got money enough for the next round easily, but they're playing the long game in this.
The long con. Well, they do, yeah. Plenty of money, 10k per player. But there's no point in throwing guns away. They'll just be holding exit points at this stage. You can see Spiro looking towards the top of middle, hoping he can get a couple of frags and limit the terrorist economy. Suddenly, we're in a bad place. It's going to be Kinguin, really, who will be trying to hunt down T players. Heroic won't really benefit anything from going on the hunt at all. So they'll be falling back, just trying to stay alive. Keep 4 players up if they can, especially Snappy, who's recovered the orb from Yugi. There it is, a simple play. Looked like they were locked out. They went towards B, smoked off at 30 seconds, had to go towards the A side as well. I thought it was done once Waddy got locked out of the apartments, but they managed to do damage and trade frags on the A side. And Kinguin had no choice but to save. 1 step closer for Heroic, tying this one up, 14-9. 1 more round will give the match point. Oh, look at the scoreboard. I think Hyper's getting back into it more. 8 for 18. Only 9 kills from Mouse. He's dropped off quite a lot as well. So, Rala, no, 20 kills. Me, who can't be far behind, 12. Okay. He had a few good rounds so far on the CT side.
I do like that this is way more wallable than it used to be all the way into the hallway. I think that that's something CSGO, I don't know if it was a deterrent against potential cheating at the time. It was a bit more of an epidemic, but comparative to 1.6, I think that maps like Nuke were a little bit too much, but in general, I thought walling was a better feature in 1.6 than it is now. That last time Spiro hit the shot, it came close this time.
It was more skill-based because you could be punished back in return. Like any spam you went for, you could be shot back, right? So you had to be calculated risk and actually like flash an opponent back, and then you could spam them down, and that was a really cool part of it.
There was, but I mean, like I said, I think Nuke went too far with it. I think it was too paper thin. And there was a few spots that were really clever, though. One of them, which, you know, if you think about a wall being thin and a bullet going through, made no sense, was Closet on Dust 2 1.6. You shot through Closet, it lined up perfectly with the entrance to the tunnels.
I don't know what you call Closet.
When you
in the B side, do you mean?
B side.
Oh, right, yeah, you go through the tunnel. Yeah, I know exactly.
Yeah. That one was crazy. You
that
could
was a cool one.
You could literally, if you timed it, you could just spray it through and you'd wreck them coming in tunnels.
Yeah, that was cool. Well, 30 seconds remaining on this one, and we have got 5 players at A once again. It'll be more this end. That's what they got success before. Once they get match point, they can kind of take their foot off the gas a little bit. As we rolling through the smoke. That's a nice pickup, and that's actually going to limit it.
He's got massive damage on 2 more. He knows they're hitting each other. They realize they've stopped on the radar. They're no longer making footsteps. Unfortunately for him, it means Heroic wins the exchange. This could put them on a map point. It's a 2 versus 4. Yeah, it's going to. They're already giving it up. They're not really fancying the retakes when they're down, are they?
Well,
again, they've got money enough to do it. I think when you're about to find map point, I would be challenging this personally, but I guess they don't feel comfortable enough. 1 kit, 2 versus 4. Low on 2 players as well.
Yeah, and don't get too much money the next round, but Heroic, 4 players alive once again. Bomb will be planted and match point will indeed come in. And another A-side play coming in their favor. It looked a bit scary at one point when Rowling got them all lined up. He found a kill for the smoke as well. Did considerable damage towards Nico and Snappy. Couldn't find the frag, though, gave away his position ultimately. And the pincer coming in from Heroic found them round number 15. This could be it, but still plenty of money for another full buy from Kinguin. All comes out once more, and we'll see whether they can maybe keep their heads above water for a few more rounds. But like we said, 0-2 versus Fnatic. Needed a 2-0 here tonight to even stand a chance of not getting instantly relegated. But here we go. Found themselves here.
Yugi waiting as well at the bottom of mid. We saw him from top mid be quite successful. A little bit suspicious in the fact that he would throw his op away grabbing a smoke. Wonder if that's sorted. Maybe if someone... I'm a little bit lazy. Hank, maybe you can do it. Tweet him and ask him what it was.
I will.
No, you won't.
I know.
You're such a liar. You're not even good at it. Don't lie if you're not good at it.
It's not a lie if you believe it.
That's, I'm gonna leave that one there. Just let it hang over everyone. Map point indeed. Hyper's gonna start it off. Decent for Kinguin to keep this going longer. Better if Rollin follows up, both of which untraded. 5 versus 3. Smoke goes down to the bottom middle, and Spiro's the next in line with an AWP. He's got to be careful not to overstep this, but Malice doesn't even need to get baited in. He's got Snappy. I'd say this round is looking good for Kinguin.
Indeed. Actually, pick up a few picks. And bomb down as well. Valda trying to do something about it, but that should be all tied up now. As Spiro finds the 4th kill, Yugi will just be saving the AWP. I don't think that money's in a fantastic position after they win a couple of rounds in a row. They've got 7k on Nico. Actually, that's fine. It's in a green body that's in a tricky situation. If the AWP is saved, they'll be absolutely fine here. Yugi looking to cause some damage, though. Will almost certainly get this kill, and still has a sliver of a chance with the time ticking away. Actually, he certainly doesn't. He will be saving his weapon, and Rallen knows it's probably not worth it. We'll be coming towards the end of apartments, trying to at least show some effort that'll try and take him down. It's going to be quite a difficult ordeal, but if he takes him down after the timer, which is very possible, but he's been spotted by Yugi, just about gets him and stays alive as well. So, 5 in a row now required from Kinguin to force overtime.
What do you reckon, Hank?
I would say it's unlikely, but it's certainly possible.
Chad doesn't want it to go to overtime. He wants Heroic to win. You think he's a Danish CS fan, or does he just really want to go back to bed?
He's just a fan of great Counter-Strike. That's what he wants to see, a great seaside round.
Would be great Counter-Strike. I always think overtimes bring out the best and worst in people, which makes it exciting. All right, Chad's apparently a coach now.
That's what I want my coach to say.
Pick up the pace?
Pick up the pace, yeah, okay, cheers.
I don't like when she tells me to pick up the pace because I'm out of shape. But Yugi's got Spiro down. Chad's way into this.
Nice.
Hyper is gonna hold off from the same position he's done multiple rounds before. He's had a better CT half, I will say, than he certainly did. In fact, he's up to, well, all right, he's still on 9 frags, but he's caught up to his team again. He was lagging behind significantly on the T side to start things off. Mihu, flash out, tries to push to the corner, manages to get there. Oh, and almost get away. I thought he was going to. Maudie, quick to strike from inside the boiler window, gives them the man advantage to retain, and it's going to be Mao's pushing through the smoke to try and limit and pull them back. As he goes down, that could spell the end of the game, but Rollin's got other plans.
Bomb's a B.
That's quite an interesting little way to elevate yourself, all things considered. And you're right, Bomb is at B, knowing that they pushed Banana as such, getting the kill as well. Likely they were vacating the site with the early rotation based on information. Use that information in reverse, Henry. It's the #1. Chad wishes they would set up the trifecta of doom.
It's coming. So, a very difficult retake here from the CT side. It's up to Hyper and Rallen. And now just make it Hyper. As we said, horrible game so far. But if he wins this round and they go to overtime, he could be the hero once again. He made this game even possible by winning the pistol 1v1. Time ticking away, though. Hasn't found a single kill. Torres getting flanked. And Matt, that's going to be it. GG, as he has got no chance of doing this. Valda finds the final frag. And quite an underwhelming performance, I have to say, overall from Kinguin. The 12-3 in the first half. Did a decent job to actually win the pistol, making it at least a competitive scoreline. But I never really thought they could actually get much deeper than 10 rounds.
Well, speaking of a man who knows how to go deep, we're going to send it back over to the desk with Jason.
Yes. Yes, I do.
I'm so happy with that they picked up the pace and set up the triangle in the after plan.
It's like they didn't know how to win until you started shouting things out across the
Normally
street.
when people yell things mindlessly, it helps everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really does. 16-10.
Where would you like me to start, Jason?
Wherever you want. Let's start with early stages of the first half.
Well, just some things I noticed from the CT side of Heroic is just the way that they have such good team synergy, even if they don't mean to. Yugi was AWPing quad and picking, and he had already taken a pick at halls and dropped back. That means the T's had forced their way up quite quickly. Nico was in the pit, and then as Yugi was making his way back from quad to site, Nico threw a nade so that if anyone was there facing him from apps, he couldn't actually do anything. I thought it was really nice. I don't even know if they meant to do it. It just kind of
sometimes things just work out.
It made me happy to see that.
Yeah.
But they just played fundamentally sound CT-sided Counter-Strike. Yugi was maybe a little bit aggressive with the AWP, but it was paying off because everyone else was acting like a rock. Snappy was having a fantastic first half, and then we flipped over to the second half, Lauren.
But even going back to the first half as well, in the perspective of Kinguin, we kind of know these guys to be a little bit more scripted, right? They're normally that team that we like to show these kind of quirky plays on, whether it be on Cobble or Overpass, a couple of different pieces there. They seemed very puggy on the team. I don't know if it's just because Hyper's in now and they haven't had the time to it. Because one, this isn't a map they often play. It's not, you know, in the most played pool for them. It's still occasionally played, definitely. But yeah, I don't know what the difference is. If it's either the map not being there for them or if it's Hyper's addition that's kind of like throwing them off a little bit.
He was 0 for 10 at one point.
Yeah,
Showing good reasons why he was picked up.
Yeah,
well,
it's,
I mean, to build on your
start.
point as well, they are also at a boot camp. So perhaps, I mean, they're over there working on things, trying to get things started.
Well, that makes it real fun when you lose 4 games in a night.
And you go 0 and 10, you just join the team like...
You just look at each other and you're like, well...
Yeah, you feel a bit
We've made our
empty. You feel a bit empty after that. On the second half, I thought from Heroic, they were a bit slow at taking that banana control because what it meant was that, I'm forgetting the team name, Kinguin, they could just use their utility really late. You saw that really late B smoke come in where Heroic had to actually go back to A. It worked in their favor at that point in time. But if the smoke came down at 30 seconds, that means they have hardly any time to enter that bomb site. They have to kind of run away. And then the rest of the players for Kinguin could all just kind of turtle up in the bomb site and set up some cool crossfires. That was also their undoing because they didn't really have information. But it's the best way you want to be able to play it, right? Delay as long as you can, bait out the T utility, make them run down to the wire, and then hopefully make your frags in those crossfires. And they didn't get the last piece of that puzzle right. So
yeah, and there's nothing.
That'll be all, folks.
There's nothing clever I can bring from that. I was going to work for it. Yeah. Either way, nice win from Heroic, 16-10 over Kinguin. They got the business done. It is the last place team in the ESL Pro League, so obviously they would like to win both of these. When we return, it's going to be Overpass.